In this section, we will be discussing about IEC-61511, and within this 61511 there are different parts, and we'll be particularly concentrating on part 1 in this particular lecture, and we'll be discussing about the different clauses and different sections in IEC-61511 part 1. This is particularly important when you are browsing through the standards. So if you know which clause covers which particular topic, it becomes particularly easy for you to navigate through the standard. So in the part 1, there are many different clauses. So the important clauses basically starts from clause 8 and it goes up to clause 18. And before clause 8 also there are clause 1, 2, 3, 4 and other clauses. We will be discussing that a little later. So first see what clause 8 contains. So clause 8 contains development of overall safety requirement. So in this it talks about the concept, scope, definition, hazard and risk assessment. So it basically gives you an idea how to develop the overall safety requirement. So if you are looking into this particular concept, you want to have more information about the hazard and risk assessment, you need to go to the clause 8 and read that. Then comes the clause 9 and clause 10. It talks about the allocation of the safety requirements to the safety instrumented functions and development of the safety requirement specification. So first you did the hazard and risk assessment, and there you identify what are the safety requirements, what are the overall safety requirements. In clause 9 and 10, you basically allocate this requirement into your safety instrumented function or SIFT and develop the safety requirement function. So you determine how much risk a safety instrumented function should prevent and what are the different facets of the SIF, how much time it should take to operate, what will be the hardware architecture, and all these things are covered in clause 9 and clause 10. Clause 11 and 12 are related to each other. So clause 11 is basically the design phase of the SIS, and clause 12 is basically same, it talks about the same design phase but which is related to the application programming. Then comes clause 13, 14 and 15 where the factory acceptance testing, installation and validation of the safety instrumented systems are talked about. So until clause 11, 12, it is basically the designing of the things, engineering of things. Now from clause 13, this is basically you are seeing the design in reality and you are verifying and validating about your design intent and your engineering that you have done in earlier clauses. Then comes the clause 16, 17 and 18 which talks about operation and maintenance, modification, retrofit, decommission or disposal of safety instrumented system. So as a whole you can see from clause 8 to clause 18 you are basically covering the whole life cycle of the safety instrumented function or the safety system that you are designed. In this way it becomes very easy for you to understand and also to remember different clauses related to IEC 61511. Now, as I have told you earlier, there are some other clauses, that is clause 1 to 8, what they do or what they talk about basically. So if you see, the clause 2 is basically about references, clause 3 is basically definition and abbreviation, clause 4 is conformance, clause 5 talks about the management of the functional safety, clause 6 about the safety life cycle requirement, clause 7 is about the verification, and clause 19 is about the information requirement. So this is all the clauses that you will find in IEC 61511. Hope this video helps you to understand the standard and read it more efficiently. Thank you.